The truth about social proof is that very often it backfires. Why? Because it raises a red flag in the minds of your customers. So social proof is 9 out of 10 dentists recommend this toothpaste, okay? Whenever you hear this, it kind of raises this, I'm being sold to alarm. So you should be very careful about using social proof. But there is one situation when social proof is super effective, and that's in situations of uncertainty. When I'm not quite sure what to do, then I tend to look at what others have done. And this was exactly a situation of uncertainty. I wasn't sure, is this a proper insurance coverage or not? Well, don't worry, it covers all the most frequently purchased coverages. And the second thing we did, we added the sums insured, the coverage itself. And then there was another fear. And we have all been there. Enter your credit card and it's for free for 2 weeks. Well, you forget and you keep paying for years.
Right.
Every time you see something like this, this is the first thing that comes to mind. Well, I for sure forget about it. I'm better off not even going for it. And so we just added one sentence. Don't worry, you won't forget about your free year ending. We'll remind you well in advance. This new version was A/B tested against the old version, and there was a 167% increase in conversions.
Amazing.
And why I love this example is that it just so beautifully shows that you don't need to make your offers more attractive. You just have to understand what's holding people back, remove it. Once the path is clear, customers start coming in, start converting, start buying. The power of removing uncertainty.
Matt, is the uncertainty typically about information? Like they don't understand or they don't have all the information that they need?
Very often it's not only about information, because people tend to think of uncertainty or removing uncertainty just by giving you more information. Like in this case I just mentioned, telling you or reassuring you that we will send you a reminder well in advance. It's not about giving you more information. Also, for our listeners, don't think of uncertainty just in terms of product or service information. Think about it in terms of the entire customer journey. Let me give you one example that blew my mind. 2 years ago, we launched a licensing program where we license trainers across the globe for our surf method. And when we had our first cohort of trainers, of course, I was interested in learning about their barriers. And a magical question is, what nearly discouraged you from doing business with us? So I went to those people, those 6 brave souls who decided to join the program in the first cohort. And 2 out of the 6 told me one thing that I never thought about before. They told me, well, you know what? It all sounded really great. And I trust in your methodology. We have been following MindWorks and yourself for a while. But the one thing we were afraid of is if the program is open for everybody, because we don't want to be, the company of mediocre people. They were afraid that in the cohort, among their fellow licensed trainers, there would be, average people that we haven't vetted. And it was like, wow, I would never think about this. And of course we do it. Of course we run interviews. Of course we want to have experienced trainers. But then in our communication, in our materials, we explicitly said, well, and the process for you to qualify is this, and that. Just to address this one uncertainty. The magic of hunting for barriers is that very often it doesn't require, more than a couple of conversations to uncover some of the biggest ones. Talk to your customers, you ask the right question, run your pitch or your communication by someone who is not involved, and they will tell you, they will tell you what they think, what's happening as they are reading through your landing page. And I guarantee this will be just eye-opening.